Happy to have my next guest on the show. You know who it is. It's Daniel Straus, who will be making his BKFC debut on March the 17th at BKFC 38 in the main event against Dat Nguyen. Daniel, how are you?
I'm good, man. How you doing?
I'm fantastic, and I appreciate you jumping on here today to talk to me. I'm excited to watch you get in there and make your BKFC debut. I just want to start there, man. Like, how excited are you to embark on this new journey, maybe this new chapter in your career?
Extremely excited. You know what I mean? Hate layoffs, being off from being injured, and then everything I went through, and I'm glad to be back fighting and doing what I love to do, throwing some hands, having some fun. Impressing the crowd and impressing BKFC.
Do you think that this new genre of combat sports is gonna kind of be tailor made to your skill set? Do you feel like you're gonna be able to showcase where you're at right now in your stand up skill set at this point in your career?
I'd like to think so. That doesn't make it true, you know what I mean? But I would like to think so. I think everybody that goes into this has their own advantages and disadvantages. And this is one of those sports where I'm able to, either show and prove or not at all. You know what I mean? So uh, we'll get to see. You know what I mean? I think things I've learned throughout the years of doing MMA and wrestling, I feel like I can use very much in fighting bare knuckle, especially with the different rules that they have. And I'm sure like boxers think the same thing. You know what I mean? They can showcase and prove things that they've been working on for years, and it's tailor made for them. So I think it's just one of those things that you have to make it work for you.
It must be nice to just kind of focus on training your stand up skill set rather than have to worry about wrestling and jujitsu and put your body through that
Uh,
whole grind.
yeah, yeah, that's one of the main things. You know what I mean? I'm not putting my body as much stress on my body as before. But again, we're out there, we're working hard every day, and so it's not like I'm completely shied away from that. But yeah, definitely not, tweaking as many knees and tweaking as many ankles and necks and elbows and fingers, you know what I mean? So it's different, a difference that I love, you know what I mean? But definitely something that I'm excited about.
For sure. Now, the last time that we did see you in action was all the way back in October of 2021. That was at XMMA 3. Did you have an injury or was there a reason for the long layoff?
Mm, no, so what happened was I had was with Bellator. Once I had my last fight with Bellator, it was something with my neck. So they didn't want me to fight again until I got this neck surgery. I obviously didn't have the neck surgery. I didn't have money, so I was just taking a whole bunch of time from that. And then after that, I had a little run in with the law and stuff like that. So it wasn't really anything specific. It was just taking time to myself and trying to get back feeling good and trying to get back, getting the aches and pains away and just stepping back from it, everything.
Mhm. Okay, well, excited to see you back now for BKFC. I have to ask you, as far as what the future holds for MMA, is there a chance we're going to see you back in Bellator or fighting in another promotion, or are you more focused on BKFC right now?
Right now I'm focused where I'm at. You know what I mean? They have me here. They have me signed to 3 fights, so that's what I'm focusing on. I don't really start looking out for other places and other things to do because I'm one track mind. Never say I said this earlier, never say never. You know what I mean? If I have the opportunity to fight MMA again, I won't say I won't do it. If it makes sense, yeah, I'll definitely do it. But as of right now, all I'm focusing on is bare knuckle.
Okay. Now, with you being the former Bellator featherweight champion, there are so many memories from watching you compete in the Bellator cage. You've fought so many great opponents. If you look back at your tenure with Bellator, is there one moment or maybe two that really stand out to you? Obviously, beating Pat Curran and Pitbull, for the title, probably would be at the top of the list. But is there anything else that really stands out to you that is kind of like the highlight of your Bellator tenure?
Believe it or not, it wouldn't. Yeah, winning the belts and winning those fights were obviously tremendous fucking opportunities and times in my life. But oddly enough, some of the more higher things weren't really wins. You know what I mean? Actually, one is when I lost to Pat Curran in that rematch. I went through so much trying to just get to that fight. I had to shave my dreads off. I had the first time I ever had a bad weight cut. And then to go into that fight and fight a guy like Pat Kern and perform the way that I did, I didn't come out on top as far as a winner. But when I left that, I was so pleased with myself because of you know just the fight alone, you know what I mean? Just the things that I did in that fight to get to that fight, to like I said, to perform how I performed in that fight, that was a good feeling. You know what I mean? Things like that that I value. People telling me I can't do. You know what I mean? I remember at the time it was Bjorn that was running. He's like, "Yo, you're not. If you can't make weight with taking the belt from you, you won't be fighting tonight." And it was like, if you tell me I can't, I will. You know what I mean? And so it's moments like that I've taken away from, you know, uh, being at the top of the mountain and being at the lows of the valley. So, the wins are great, the titles are great, but it's the things that are in between. You know, um, Working with the people that I've worked with, or getting to train with some of the trainers that I've trained with. That's always been highlights for me in my career.
Is there one opponent that you faced in your career that was the hardest to prepare for stylistically?
Mm, Henry Corrales. Henry Corrales was really hard for me because when I fought him, he was new to Bellator. I didn't really do too much watching of his like previous fights or anything like that. I know he hit hard. I knew he was a gamer. I knew he was just going to try to throw, and that's what we did. And trying to prepare for that was so much different than what it was actually like in the ring with him. I mean, I got hit like a fucking brick fucking wall, you know what I mean? And it was really difficult to train for him.
Yeah, no, great answer. Yeah, what a fight that was. Yeah, a lot of memories, man, watching you inside the Bellator cage. So very cool having you on the show here today and getting ready to watch you make your BKFC debut. Tell me a little bit about camp, man. How has it been thus far? Who have you had around you for training partners? Anybody new, or pretty much the guys that you normally train with?
Camp's been great. You know what I mean? Camp has been kicking my ass like any other camp has. You know what I mean? I've been working with Bill Drew, and he's been doing my strength and conditioning, and I've been working over at Diaz Boxing Gym with Carlos and the head coach over there. So I've had some new guys around me. I got to mix it up with some really nice boxers. I've got to do some stand-up grappling with some really good grapplers, and yeah, you know what I mean. I've just been trying to stay busy and stay focused on what I'm doing as far as this fight and coming into bare knuckle.
What's the cut for you like nowadays to 45? Is it getting harder?
It's the same. It sucks, you know what I mean. But I've like I said, I've only had that one bad weight cut in my career. So outside of that, I've been staying about the same as far as weight wise. I bring my weight down very slowly. I bring it down strategically, and then it hasn't been bad. You know what I mean? On that side, it hasn't really been bad at all. It's coming off, and by the time fight comes, I'll be weighing 145 and ready to go.
Awesome. That's good to hear. Well, March 17th, BKFC 38. Again, you're the main event, taking on Dat Nguyen. He's 20-3. He lost to UD to Luis Palomino for the title. What do you think of him and his opponent as an opponent, and how do you see this fight actually playing out?
That is one of those guys that's gonna come forward. He's gonna swing hard. He's gonna He's very strategic in what he does. I think he's a great opponent, and I think I do well with that. You know what I mean? I'm gonna play to his strengths and try to shut that down and dominate him. Like I've done previously in a lot of my other fights. I feel like I don't want to say he's gonna underestimate me with me being my first bare knuckle fight, but I think that's what a lot of people have in mind. You know what I mean? When it's your first bare knuckle, you feel like this person's never seen this before, or he has never, and that's going to be a win for me because it's not really something I haven't seen before. I've punched plenty of times with strengthening my hands, and I've been hit with bare hands before, and so it's nothing I haven't seen before. So I think I just have to play again to both well play to his strength and dominate on that side, which is a strength of mine.
Do you envision a finish? Do you believe you're gonna get him out of there?
I do. I think I can. You know what I mean? I think I can get him out of there in a couple rounds. But again, like he's a gamer. He's like me. He's been on the highest of the highs and lowest of the lows. So he knows how to stick in there and take it all the way to the last bell, as do I. And I feel like it'll be a real war, but I think I can get the job done.
If you do finish him and you look impressive doing it, do you feel like it sets you up for a shot at the title with Luis next?
Um, Too early for me to say that, to be honest with you. I think it just puts me in a position to keep doing well, fighting good fighters. You know what I mean? I've never been one to call my number like that. Like I need this, I deserve that, because that's not how in my eyes fighting goes. You prove. You know what I mean? You shut up and you prove. And if they throw somebody in front of me and I beat them, I'm just gonna keep proving that I belong there and proving that I do deserve those title shots and whatnot.
If you do match up with Palomino down the line, how do you see that fight going? Do you feel like it's going to be harder than Dat, or do you think that stylistically, you're going to be able to do your thing against him as well?
Um, Again, that's something I haven't even thought of. You know what I mean? I've gotten to train with him sometimes over the years. He's actually a friend of mine. Um, in the fight game, there is no friends. So if it came that we had to fight, then yeah, I know him too. He's gonna throw down too. You know what I mean? But I'm not there yet. I haven't really thought about it. I haven't predicted it. I don't fucking think about it, you know what I mean? Because the only thing I'm focused on is what's in front of me.
Okay, fair enough. Well, Daniel, excited to see you make your BKFC debut, man. Again, March the 17th, BKFC 38, Daniel Straus meets Dat Nguyen. Pleasure having you on the show today for the first time. Before we do
Thank
sign
you.
off, I want to kick it over to you. Tell people where they can follow you on social media. If you have anything to plug, any sponsors to thank, the floor is yours.
Well, I just want to say thank you for having me again. It's been a pleasure. And yeah, my name is Daniel Strauss, Strus, and you can find me on Instagram. I really don't really be on social media, but I'm there. You know what I mean? Every once in a while, I'll check in, say what's up to people, and keep it pushing. But if you're a fan, you like what you see, come holler at me.